Definitely need lip stuff. Hold on. Leo placement checking coming in. Leo moons for the win. Okay. All right. You're scrolling X, drowning in astrology hot takes that promise you'll manifest your dream life by staring at the stars with a gratitude journal. Spoiler alert, the universe isn't your personal genie, and no amount of glittery affirmations will fix your Monday morning meltdown. There is a lot of minimizing of your sun sign out there, so we're going to chat about it. The whole chart matters, especially the biggest, heaviest luminary in your chart. It's not magic. It's the core of what drives you, flaws and all. Welcome to Atlantis Waites Reflections, where we get raw about consciousness, self-improvement, and astrology that actually makes sense. I'm Atlantis Waites, your astro analyst and science mystic, here to unpack what your sun sign says about your inner fire and how to use it without burning out. No incense or pretty rocks required. So today we are diving into your sun sign's gritty truth, what it means and why it matters, and how it shapes your daily life. God damn it. So I get interrupted in this recording for this. It's my daughter. She has no Leo placements. But she is a 0-degree Aquarius rising. And anybody who knows what that means, you're like, yeah, I'm not surprised. I am busy, people. Fucking do not disturb. Thank you. Okay. Shit. No incense or pretty rocks required. Today, we're diving into your sun sign's gritty truth. What it means, why it matters, and how it shapes your daily life. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with clarity on what fuels you, resilience to face your chaos, and a game plan to own your purpose without chasing fluffy vibes. Curious? Stick around, because we're exposing the real energy behind every sign, from Aries' reckless spark to Pisces' quiet storm. And yeah, we'll throw in some shade at those overhyped X posts, claiming your sun sign will make you a billionaire by next Tuesday. Let's get to it. So, what's a sun sign and why should you care? It's not just your horoscope on the back of a magazine or some app spitting out generic advice like, be confident today. Ahem! Ahem! Spoiler! You should be looking at your rising sign for magazine or newspaper horoscopes, not your sun sign. The sun sign is the zodiac sign the sun was in from the Earth's perspective when you were born, based on your birth date. Think of it as the heartbeat of your personality, the core energy that powers how you show up in the world. It's not your whole chart, it's not your moon's emotions or Mercury's wordplay, it's the fuel in your tank, the why behind your behavior, and the reason you keep going when life feels like a giant middle finger shoved in your face. Astrologically, the sun rules your ego, your identity, and your will to exist. It's the part of you that says, I'm here with it, now deal with it. Even when you're doubting yourself. In a natal chart, it's the spotlight on what makes you, well, you. But here's the truth. It's not always shiny. Your sun sign can be your greatest strength and your biggest blind spot. It's the fire that warms you, but can also burn the house down if you're not careful. So why does this matter? Because understanding your sun sign gives you a roadmap to your inner wiring. And I want to be very clear. It is not easy to tell what sign someone else is physically. That's more of your rising sign, how others perceive you. There will be a separate video on that. I mean, just because someone wears black doesn't mean that they're a Scorpio. Not all Scorpios are goths, unless it's a Leo. You can usually tell when someone has major Leo placements in their chart. Anyway, your sun sign is not about predicting your future or dodging bad days. It's about knowing what drives you so you can steer with purpose. You'll get clarity on why you react the way you do, resilience to handle life's curveballs, and a shot at personal growth that doesn't rely on manifesting a yacht. So unlike those social media posts screaming, Leo season means you're destined for greatness. Spoiler, it doesn't. This episode will break down the sun's energy with realistic perspectives. No fluff, no fairy tales, just the truth about what keeps you ticking. So let's move to how this plays out in the world. The sun sign doesn't just live in your head. It shapes how you move throughout life. On a personal level, it's your default mode, the lens you filter decisions through. And it's why an Aries immediately charges into a fight, while a Libra overthinks every text before hitting send. It's not about destiny. It's about patterns, as is most astrology. Your sun sign sets the tone for how you chase goals, handle stress, and show up in relationships. Your sun sign is not what you pursue, it's why or why not. But it's not a free pass. Take the personal side. Your sun sign is like the operating system on your phone. It runs the show, but it's probably got some bugs. A Taurus might be steady as a rock, but that fixedness can make them miss opportunities. And a Gemini's quick wit can light up a room, but it can also scatter their focus into a million pieces. Knowing your sun sign helps you spot these patterns so that you can work on them. You need to work with them, not against them. This whole video is to help provide clarity for when you're stuck, resilience when life kicks you in the face, and growth when you lean into your strengths. Your sun sign influences how you fit or don't fit into the world's chaos. Think of society as a giant machine, and your sun sign is the gear you play. A Capricorn sun grinds away at the system, building structures, while a Sagittarius sun is out there questioning why the system even exists. This isn't about fitting in, like some horoscope fortune cookie. It's about how your energy interacts with the world's expectations. For example, a Virgo sun might be the coworker everyone relies on for precision, but society's obsession with hustle culture can burn them out if they don't set boundaries. A Pisces sun might feel like an alien in a cutthroat corporate world, but their empathy can shift how people connect with each other. The sun sign's societal impact isn't about changing the world single-handedly. It's about carving out your space in it. And no, this isn't about rising to your highest vibration or whatever influencers are peddling this week. It's about real-world stakes, owning your energy, dodging burnout, and making choices that align with who you are. So when you get your sun sign's energy, you stop fighting your natural tendencies and learn to understand them. You gain clarity on why you're wired the way you are, resilience to handle the world's nonsense in your way, and a purpose that feels like yours, not some guru's script. But every sign's got its shadow side, its drama, and its struggle. Let's get into the gritty breakdown of each sun sign so you can see exactly what you're working with. Aries, your birthday is between March 21st and April 19th. Aries, you're a lit match in a dry forest. Bold, unstoppable. But one wrong move and you're starting fires like the fire element in Frozen. Your core energy is raw courage and independence, the kind that charges into battle without a plan. You do it without overthinking it, which can absolutely be a great thing. You are part of the Aries-Libra axis. Aries is about the self, and Libra is about the other. You thrive on action, leading the pack, saying what everyone else is too scared to. But here's the hard part. That impulsiveness, that lack of thinking it through, can make you crash headfirst into walls, relationships, jobs, you name it. So you ever wonder why your life feels like a series of explosions? That's your Aries sun. What you need is clarity on when to swing for the fence and when to pause. For example, you're the one who quits a toxic job on a whim, and it feels great until you realize you don't actually have a plan. Next time, channel that fire and courage into a calculated risk with a plan behind it, like pitching a bold idea at work. Resilience comes from learning to aim your spark without burning out. Taurus, your birthday's between April 20th and May 20th. So Taurus, you're a boulder in a riverbed. Steady, grounded, but sometimes, and I know this is quite stereotypical, too damn stubborn to budge. Your core energy is endurance, building things that last, whether it's a career or a killer garden. You are part of the Taurus-Scorpio axis, which is the axis of stability versus transformation. You're the rock people lean on, but the issue is that you cling to comfort like it is oxygen, and change feels like betrayal. I mean, have you ever dug in your heels over something so ridiculous, like refusing to try a new coffee shop? That's you. Through understanding your sun sign, you gain resilience through stability, knowing you can weather any storm if you stay true to your values. Second house. But also recognize that there are times for balance and to let go a bit. For example, you save money like a pro, but you might miss a life-changing trip because it's not in the budget. Try loosening the grip just enough to grow without losing your foundation. Balance security with flexibility. Gemini, May 21st through June 20th. So Gemini, you're a whirlwind of ideas, sparking up and spreading faster than anyone can keep up. You're on the axis of lower mind and higher mind with Sagittarius. Yours is of the lower monkey mind. This is not meant to be an insult. It is a hard fact that you shift your attention very quickly, even without an ADHD diagnosis. Your core energy is curiosity. Your brain is a pinball machine, bouncing from one thought to the next. You're the life of the party, but the part people find hard to deal with is that you scatter your focus and leave projects and people hanging. Have you ever ghosted a group chat without realizing that you ghosted them? That's classic Gemini. Hopefully this video helps with clarity by helping you prioritize one idea at a time, turning chaos into brilliance. For example, you start a blog, a podcast, and a side hustle in 1 week, and then burn out. Watch out, Gemini midheavens, for this. This is what you guys tend to do. So pick one, finish it, and watch your confidence soar. Resilience is learning to channel your mental buzz into something that sticks that you'll love in the long term. Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. Cancer, you're a tidal wave. Deep, nurturing, but capable of wiping out anything in your path. You're on the inner self versus outer self axis with Capricorn. Your core energy is inner emotional strength, ambitiously creating safe spaces for others while guarding your own heart. The hard part is that you retreat into your shell when hurt, and grudges can weigh you down like wet sand. I mean, have you ever iced someone because they forgot your mutual best friend's birthday? That's your Cancer Sun's protectiveness over your friend's feelings. I'm hoping this video helps with resilience through emotional honesty, owning your feelings and expressing them without drowning in them. For example, you're the friend who plans the perfect birthday party, but you sulk if no one shows up. Most people do get hurt by that, but you really take it to heart. Try speaking up about your needs instead of stewing. Clarity comes from balancing care for others with self-protection. Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. Leo, you are a majestic bonfire. Bright, warm, and impossible to ignore, but you need fuel to keep burning. You're on the personal and impersonal axis with Aquarius, making everything about you, while Aquarius does exactly the opposite. Your core energy is charisma, leading with heart, inspiring others to follow because you're frickin' amazing. The drama here, your need for attention. It can make people not like you much when you appear to not care about anything else but you. I mean, have you ever thrown a fit because your big moment got overlooked? That's your Leo sun roaring. The point you should focus on is growth through shining for yourself, not for the crowd. Stop worrying about what they think. For example, you nail a presentation, but if the boss doesn't praise you in front of everybody, you spiral. Focus on your own pride in the work. A Leo that doesn't need validation from others is beautiful. Resilience is owning your light and shining without needing a spotlight. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgo, you are a Swiss Army knife. Practical, precise, and always ready to fix what's broken. You're on the service axis with Pisces. You're the one with a plan, while Pisces has the dream. Your core energy is service, making the world better one detail at a time, because it will make everybody's life easier, of course. The issue here is that you obsess over perfection, and that is a one-way ticket to burnout because of your unwillingness to even tolerate some lack of efficiency. Ever stayed up till 3 a.m. reorganizing your team's process documentation instead of sleeping? That's you. Hopefully this video helps with clarity by helping you know that good enough is sometimes better than perfect. For example, you rewrite an email 10 times to get it right, but it delays your whole day. Set a timer, hit send, and trust your work. Resilience is learning to prioritize progress over flawlessness. Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Libra, you're a tightrope walker. Graceful, balanced, but one gust of conflict and you're wobbling. You're on the axis of self with Aries versus the other. You focus on what others think so much. Your core energy is harmony, smoothing edges and making everyone feel seen. The issue that you likely come across is that you avoid tough choices to keep the peace, and it leaves you stuck. Have you ever said, "I'm fine," when you're screaming inside? Libra, that's your signature move. Hopefully this video helps you with gaining strength from owning your decisions, even if they ruffle some feathers. For example, you mediate a friend group fight, but dodge picking a side and it backfires. Speak your truth. Have an opinion, even if it's messy. Clarity comes from balancing your needs with others. Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. Scorpio, you are a volcano. Quiet on the surface, but molten intensity underneath. You're on the stability transformation axis with Taurus. Your core energy is transformation, diving deep to uncover truth and rebuild stronger. This also means that you're willing to destroy that tower to rebuild a castle. The main issue here is that you hold on to pain like a grudge collector, and it can poison your peace for a very long time. Have you ever completely destroyed the layout of your living room built by your mom and reformatted the walk path to make it easier to get to the kitchen? That is your Scorpio sun. What you can learn by understanding your Scorpio why is resilience through letting go of what you can't control. For example, you uncover a coworker's lie and obsess over confronting them. Understanding that it may not help anything is important. Is there benefit other than drama? Instead, channel that intensity into a project that proves your worth. Clarity comes from focusing on your power, not their flaws. Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. Sagittarius, you're a wild horse, free, adventurous, but prone to bolting when things get heavy. You're on the lower mind, higher mind axis with Gemini. Your core energy is exploration of meaning, chasing truth and big ideas across the horizon and beyond. The issue here, you're a mutable sign, which causes you to dodge commitment like it's a trap, leaving plans half finished. Ever booked a one-way ticket to anywhere but here during a crisis? That's you. Just try to grow through sticking with one path long enough to see results. For example, you start a philosophy course, but drop it when it gets boring. Push through, and you'll find the deeper wisdom you were looking for. It only comes through diligent work. Clarity comes from balancing freedom with focus. Capricorn, December 22nd through January 19th. Capricorn, you're a mountain goat. Steady, ambitious, climbing, and never falling, no matter the odds. You're on the inner self, outer self axis with Cancer. Your core energy is outward discipline, building legacies through grit and strategy. The issue here is that you willingly carry the world's weight, but it can crush your joy if you don't lighten up your load. Ever worked through a holiday you could have enjoyed off work because it's not done yet? That's your Capricorn sun. Here is your sign to learn resilience through knowing when to rest and recharge. For example, you grind for a promotion but miss family time, feeling empty when you finally get that promotion. Schedule a break, and you'll climb even higher. Clarity comes from valuing progress over perfection. Aquarius, January 20th through February 18th. Aquarius, you are a lightning bolt, electric, visionary, and sometimes too detached to connect. You are on the axis of personal versus impersonal action with Leo. Your core energy is outward innovation, seeing the world's potential and shaking up the status quo. You don't care about what rules others built. The problem you may experience is that you can come off as cold and uncaring, leaving people confused by your aloof vibe. Ever ghosted a friend because you were planning another humanitarian project for a nonprofit group? That is you. Build growth through grounding your big ideas in human connection. For example, you pitch a game-changing idea but forget to explain it to your own team. Don't forget they exist. Break it down, include them, and watch it soar. Clarity comes from balancing vision with relatability. Pisces, February 19th through March 20th. All right, Pisces, you're a deep ocean, vast, intuitive, but sometimes lost in your own currents. You're on the axis of service with Virgo. You create the dreams. You have the imagination. Your core energy is empathy, feeling the world's pulse and creating from the soul. The main issue is that you escape into dreams when reality bites, and it can drown your progress. Escapism is never good. Accountability is very important. Have you ever spent a day binge watching TV and getting high instead of facing a tough conversation? That is your Pisces sun. Build resilience through grounding your sensitivity in action. For example, you sense a friend's pain, but avoid checking in because it's your fault. Reach out, set boundaries, and you'll both grow. Clarity comes from balancing compassion with courage. All right. That's the raw truth about your sun sign's core energy. Clarity on what makes you tick so you stop spinning your wheels. Resilience to handle life's inevitable drama without losing your spark. And purpose. Knowing your energy is yours to shape, not some starry-eyed prediction from an ex post. Here's what I want you to do. Check your sun sign if you haven't already. Sites like AstroSeek or Cafe Astrology can pull your chart for free. Then take one thing from your sign's breakdown, whether it's Aries aiming their fire or Pisces grounding their dreams, and try it this week. Maybe it's saying no to a bad habit, finishing a project, or just owning your worth without needing applause. Small steps, big rewards. Life is messy, and knowing your sun sign doesn't fix it, but it does give you a map on how to navigate the chaos. If this hit home, drop a comment on YouTube or Spotify. Tell me what your sun sign is and how it's showing up in your life. I read every comment, and I want to hear your story. If you're digging this no BS take on astrology, hit that subscribe button on Atlantis Waites Reflections. I'm here every week, diving into consciousness, self-improvement, and astrology that cuts through the noise. Share this episode with someone who needs a cosmic reality check. Follow me on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. And let's keep peeling back the layers of what makes us human. I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me for today's episode. To connect with me further, check out AtlantisWaites.com.